Hey y'all, it's your girl REX. Are you saying I'm back with another video? Minister REX, Minister Usain, I'm back with another video. So I decided to Google who owns, the building that I live in. And even though I know who actually has the ultimate say so over NYCHA, even though I know that as an entity, and I know, my rights and my whatever, I was directed via NYCHA's I was directed to somebody named David Pristin. Now, I don't know David Pristin personally. I've never met David Pristin personally. However, he don't know me either. And at first, I was kind of unaware of whether or not he understood who he hired. Or maybe he didn't hire him. Maybe it's somebody under him who hired this man next door. Understand? Thinking that he was legitimately from Israel, or thinking that he had legitimate ties to the Middle East. Not understanding that him living here is possibly our enemy living here. You understand? Because you don't know who you hired. Maybe David Pristin or whoever works for David Pristin just wanted to make sure that the person they hired was not black. Because although I'm not political, when I Googled David Pristin, his Twitter came up, and this is what it said. Now, this is on this man's Twitter. It says he was born in NYC. He's a deputy director of NYCLU. He's interested in public policy, politics, and stuff of that nature. Now, on the outside looking in, he might see me as a perfect enemy, thinking that I'm, working for, he might be thinking that I'm political, although I'm not political. I'm black. I don't got time for politics. I'm not at all. So this is why maybe they moved me to this building where he heads and leads this building. Not only is he very adamant about the fact that he's into politics, he's also very adamant about the fact that he supports, stop Asian hate or whatever. And he feels as if the Asian community is underfunded. I'm not going to speak about that in this video, but that's what he believes in. And coincidentally, my neighbor is from Asia, hiding out and pretending to be from America. Now, I don't know if he's aware of that or he's scared of my neighbor or whatever the case may be. But this is what this man has on his actual Twitter account. I couldn't make this up. I couldn't make his Twitter post for him. He even wrote a paragraph about what he felt. He said to push for an investment in mental health services for the Asian community as well as community of color. And I appreciate him standing up for the community of color. But if he only knew that I was here since God knows when we're out of lease, living next to somebody who is not due a lease and shouldn't have a lease because they didn't move here rightfully. I moved in here from the shelter. Although I was not happy about my circumstances, the truth is the truth. That's where I moved from. This man got off a plane and came into this building. Now, if David Pristin is aware or not, I don't know. And whether he is aware that I was attacked by this man, I was threatened. My life was threatened by this man. Not only did this man attack me, this person who was not supposed to be here attacked me in front of my son. You hear? Now, let's not forget that Gabriel Pristin is quote-unquote internet security from Israel. But they don't know where this man came from. They can't prove that he came from actual Israel. They don't know that. They just going off word of mouth and looking at the fact that he don't have black skin and they hire him. And this is why Gabriel thought that my life didn't matter. This is why he chose to attack me, because he looked at me and saw black skin. He heard about, the indecency that, has been going on in America towards black people. And he was so matter-of-factly about treating me inhumane, treating me unjust, and even speaking to me in a condescending manner, because he thought that inequality was so profound in America that he would actually get away with, doing the hateful things that he did to both me and my son in broad daylight. Understand? This wasn't at night. This wasn't something that he snuck and did. He didn't sneak into my apartment. He did this outside of my apartment, in front of my door, to a woman actually put his hands on me so that people could see it. And even when my neighbors tried to stop him, he felt that he was going to be justified by our legal system. Now, I'm not sure if David Pristin made him so comfortable or he just comfortable because he's comfortable. I'm confused at this point. Do know for a fact that Gabriel Pristin has hacked into my computer system, has hacked into my internet, and he has stepped on my videos. And even up until now, he is relentless about it. I know that for a fact. Understand? I know that all the information that I've put out there about this quote-unquote Gabriel Pristin is 100% nothing but the truth. It's true. And I don't know if they hired him thinking he was the feds. He's not the feds. I'm not going to sit up here and tell y'all that I'm the feds or I work with the feds. But honey, the feds are watching me even right now. The feds are listening to me right now as I speak. The feds have come to my house on several different occasions. So that is actually how I know that this man don't work for the feds. The feds is the reason that he got locked up when we did fight, even though he thought that it was impossible for him to get locked up. He's been locked up before, but he didn't think that he would get locked up here in NYCHA because of where he was and who we think hired him. But see, God sits up high above the heaven and knows it's not his police. He didn't pay one tax dollar for those police. So for him to keep calling those cops as if he's actually from here was beyond me. Because I knew that it was going to be sooner or later before they took him to jail. Keep calling them for no reason. They know what's going on. They understand what's going on. But for some reason, the people that he worked with maybe think that people are living in fear of somebody's afraid of him. No, the feds are watching me right now. I promise you. Listening to every word I say. My other phone that I got that from the feds. That phone right there is from the feds, okay? So it's nothing really that, I'm afraid of. God said don't be afraid anyway. So anyway, I was led to David Pristin's Instagram, and he's got a adorable little baby in his hand. And I don't know David Pristin to judge him by his character. Honestly, I can't tell you nothing about this man, so I'm not about to sit up here and put nothing on him. He's a father. He gets respect as a father from me. He gets respect as a man from me, period, point blank. He doing a job, but I'm very unaware if he knows or not. But to me, it's kind of mind-boggling that this man is political. It kind of bothers me that he's political. However, this is another one of his views that I don't understand. Pretty much supporting abortion. He's like, our bodies, our choices. I mean, God just blessed him with a beautiful baby that he didn't abort. So I'm not understanding why he's like saying that or saying anything on these matters. That's not like when you are who you are, like somebody like David Pristin, you shouldn't be voicing your opinion about anything political, because I strongly believe that you should keep your child. Because once you abort your baby, God only knows what happens to the baby. I don't know what happened. I don't know. But I'm just saying, God only knows. There's so many rumors about what does happen. But even whether he believes in abortion or not, why do he feel like it's okay to voice that opinion on a public platform that he don't even make private via NYCHA or whatever? That's nobody's place. It's a bunch of men protesting for abortion, a bunch of white women, let people decide on their own. Everything else can be done in silence, but the stuff that actually matter. Y'all do everything else in silence. Disrespect people of color. Do all of this stuff, the master stuff that y'all doing wrong, except for doing stuff that's actually right in public. This is not nobody's place to repost our body, our choices. But that's just me, and that's just me being a leader. Amen. That's why I'm saying NYCHA can't hold leadership seminars when they don't know what leadership truly is. I just also find it odd and suspicious that he leads, the external affairs as far as NYCHA. We know that internal affairs are things that have to do with our government alone, but external affairs are having to do with this government, other governments, and people outside of, what we would consider internal. And maybe that means, foreigners, immigrants, and, I don't know what it means. But the fact of the matter is that it is suspicious. Now, I don't remember trying to reach out to David Pristin. I just actually got his number today. So I can't say whether or not he knows or whether or not he cares. Nor is I'm making this video to disrespect him. However, I'm a human being. I moved into these apartments from a shelter with my son only just to live. Not to stalk nobody. Not to hack nobody's computer system. Not to focus on a political view. I don't give a damn about political views. Not to even care about what David Pristin is doing. However the case may be, when me and my son can't even live in our own house in peace, can't even get a lease to live here, you don't see that as problematic? And then this is the person who governs this building and also says that he cares about the unright things happening to people of color. Another thing, in all of this, NYCHA Graham actually decided to block me. So it's not like they are unaware. I've tagged them in several posts. Even before this, way back in November 2021, I've been tagging them in posts. It's to the point now where all of my number, like my main number, is blocked. I can't call NYCHA for anything. As far as stoppages, anything that goes wrong, they ignore me. The office, they decided they don't want to talk to me, so they don't talk to me about anything. They walk away when I try to speak to them. It's really hard to communicate with them. And the last time I spoke with somebody from the office, they told me to move out. They tried to make me sign a lease, sign a paper that said I didn't want to stay here no more, and they said I can leave. You know, if I didn't have to stay here, why would I stay in the first place? But they blocked me on Instagram, so there's no way for me to tag them in my post because they do not care. And I would have thought they would have blocked me when I found the cameras inside my bathroom. But no, they blocked me for simply stating, why am I your competition when I'm somebody who live here? Everything comes to an end. You can't treat people like crap because they don't know any better. You can't threaten my life or say I'm not worthy of living here when you let people without birth certificates and social security numbers come stay here. And I can prove that too. It's your girl, Ari X, Ari Usain. Remember to do what you got to do for you.